Hey guys, it's Sayuri and I'm back here for the next part of the Sonic Forces speedrun tutorial. In this video, we're going over Park Avenue, which is the next avatar stage of the game. So, let's get into it. So aside from the fact that the song that plays in this level is an absolute banger, what you're going to want to do as soon as the level begins is you're going to want to stomp so you can get right up to max speed using that drill perk that I keep mentioning. Or it just puts you at max speed immediately. So as soon as the level starts, you're going to want to just stomp so you can get right into those dash panels. And then as soon as you land up here, you're going to want to walk up here. And so there's a fence right here, but as soon as you get over here, you're going to want to do a quick strafe to the right so you can just quickly go to the bottom. So like that. So I did a quick strafe to the right, and now I'm falling. And now I'm just going to drill over to the next part of the level, basically. So I just quick drill just like that. See? Yeah, let me go back so I can show that. So as I was falling, I did a quick drill, and I landed up here. And now I'm just going to keep going just over here. And I'm going to touch this spring in the middle here. Now I'm going to do a stomp, and then I would do a drill and a slide. So I would do that all in quick succession. So like here, like that. That's good. Now for this next part, you can just drill and slide down here. Now here's something interesting in this middle of the level section here. So what you're gonna, I should mention that, like, again, you want to be staying on the top path for this level. But something to keep in mind with this middle section here with these orange rings is that there's a chance that you can get soft locked here. I don't know if I can show it off, but you want to avoid that. It's you're basically going to be taking advantage of a glitch that lets you go through the loop faster. So I drilled into the orange ring, and now I'm going to quickly do another drill while I'm still in the air. So I failed that on purpose just to show you what would happen. That's an example of a soft lock that can occur. The reason that happened was because I drilled way too quickly after the orange ring, and the game just kind of threw me around outside of the loop. I'm effectively soft locked here, though. There's absolutely nothing I can do. Your only option is to start the level over again. So I'm going to cut to another attempt of that. Alright, so I'm back, and now I'm going to just drill into the orange rings again. I should also note that I'm not holding anything on the analog stick when I'm in the air here. Because if you do, then you can skewer your angle for the drill here. So I'm not holding the analog stick at all. I'm just mashing the drill button. Okay, there I am. Now I'm going to wait a little bit longer before I let go of my drill. Alright, so that I didn't get the soft lock, which is good, but I also didn't get the fast version of the loop. It's really all about the timing, so I'm going to see if I can cut to an attempt where I actually get the fast loop. Alright, so that was a somewhat successful version of the fast loop. I sort of got it, but you might have noticed that I sort of got stuck on the ceiling there of the platform. But it's another one of those skips that's all about timing. And if I had just waited a little, like maybe a fraction of a second longer, I would have gotten the entire skip. And basically I would have maintained that faster speed up until about this point. But for that, that's just another thing to just something you'll want to practice. It's one of those trouble spots you'll want to be doing. Now, as far as the rest of the stage goes, when you get to this flat stretch right here, you're going to want to do a drill and a slide. Now, this can be really finicky, but let's see if I get it here. Alright. Okay, so I didn't get it. So what you're trying to do is you want to take advantage of this incline right here to go way up into the air so you can skip this chunk of the level. Yeah, like there. So I got it there. So sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I'm not entirely clear on why that happens. Sometimes you just won't get it, even if you do the slide perfectly, and I don't really know why. Not much more I can say about that, other than you just got to keep trying. Anyway, when you reach the top of the air here, you're going to want to do a drill, and you'll want to stomp right over one of the dash panels. I'm going to show that here. Oh, I was a little early there, but right where the avatar is right now is where you're going to want to stop, so I'm just going to cut to that. Alright, there we go. So when you stomp up here, as for like actually stomping here, you're really just gonna want to time it. This is just something you need to practice, because I don't really have a visual cue for it. I just kind of like happen in my mind, like, all right, I wait for it, stomp now. So like, I just kind of know in my mind when I'm supposed to stomp. So this is just something you want to practice. Optimally, you want to land anywhere around this area right here. So when you get here, I specifically stand in this spot right here. So, right here. You see, like how some of these ceiling tiles are gone? And I stand on this line of ceiling tiles right here. So I quickly go over here, and then I just do a full drill. And then I'll land right on that spring. You'll land right on the spring if you do it correctly. And when you land on the spring, just homing attack this. And then you'll want to do a drill. And here's a little strat that you can attempt, but basically, actually I should show it off first. Or show off the... right there. Alright, so you see how the avatar used the grappling hook 2 times, and then like went in that giant circle, and now they're running down the wall here? So there's a strat that you can do, which is somewhat precise, but it basically lets you skip that grappling hook animation. It's very helpful if you can get it. As you can see right there. Yeah. So I'm going to cut to an attempt to see if I can get that. So when you land here, you basically want to do, like, there's a few ways you can do this, but you can either do like a careful like walk over the edge, or you can also sort of jump into it. But it's very precise, and it doesn't work all the time, but if you can manage to skip the loop animation with the grappling hook that the avatar does, then yeah, you might as well try it. So like there. There we go. Yeah, that was perfect. So you can do the jump like that to just go right into the running animation, or you can just sort of try to walk over it, and that'll let you skip the running animation. You can stomp downwards, which is faster, but that's just another one of those things that you should practice. So, for the next part of the stage, you're going to want to homing attack this grappling hook thing, and you're just going to want to jump and drill across this top part of the stage. And then, when you get to this last grappling hook thing, homing attack that, then the next one, and you can also just drill over here, and when you get here, you're just going to want to jump into these orange rings, quickly do another drill, and yeah, that's the goal. So that was Park Avenue in a nutshell. It's a pretty, I'd say, basic Avatar stage as far as the rest of them are considered. But it's also pretty fun to grind, I'd say. It's one of the more fun Avatar stages to grind. The only frustrating part about it is usually the middle loop section with the loop where you can potentially get soft locked if you don't drill at the right time. But besides that, I'd say this is a pretty fun level to get down the Avatar strats in. Either way, I'm going to go over the stage explaining as I go, as I usually do now, so let's take a look at that. So I'm going to start off with the stomp to get myself to max speed, and then I'm going to strafe to the right, and then do a drill to get to the next series of platforms. I'm going to drill once I'm in the air after touching the springs, and here I'm just going to drill and slide down the slope. Now let's see if I can get the fast loop. Just gotta drill at the right time. There? Nah, okay. It's probably a little too late. Got the incline. Now I'm gonna drill that ceiling tile spot that I mentioned. Alright. Ah, it was a little too far ahead, so I couldn't get the grappling hook skip. No big deal. I just jump and drill here. And then I just drill to the rail. There we go. Yeah, that last section is just, as soon as you get off of the automated run down the wall, you're just going to want to just drill and jump and drill across the top of the level, all the way over to the rail. You ride the rail and then take the orange rings, and you're all good. So that was Park Avenue. 46 is a pretty good time, actually. As far as an any percent run goes, this is a really good time. I personally aim for anything in between a 43 or a 48. Anything in that range is something I'm comfortable with. But that's about it for Park Avenue. So as always, if you have any questions or comments, want further explanation on anything, didn't think I explained something well enough, just let me know in the comments. But that's it for this video, and I will see you guys in the next video about Casino Forest.